Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Jesus, Judy, and Tea. It is very early in the morning. You can probably tell. Wrinkly, bags, eyes, that's me. Good morning. It is about 5:30, and I've kind of been talking to the Lord this week because last week I didn't really have anything to talk about. I didn't know what to talk about. And then I got long-winded. This week, I feel like the Lord wants me to talk to you about encouragement. I've been encouraged, and I've seen others encouraged a lot over the last couple of weeks, in what I've been accomplishing. I was working with our church people, and we did a 2-weekend yard sale to raise money to send our church kids to children's camp, church camp, summer camp. Well, we started out with just 4 people, and I think we're up to 9 or 10 now going to camp. So that was huge. And we did really, really well. We closed it up early Saturday. And then yesterday we opened up the leftovers to the church family to come out and take whatever they wanted. And that was an encouragement that we all agreed to do, to open up the leftovers to people who might need stuff. And I saw the people really needing things. One young man is getting an apartment. He took a love seat and a hassock. Other people came and they have a new baby and they had things that they needed. And it was such a blessing to be able to open up these leftovers and give them to some of our family members that needed stuff. I'm sorry. It really touched me as I watched this young couple gather up stuff, and we oohed and awed over their new baby. And there were others that needed things, and the young man that's getting his apartment, were really encouraged to be able to help him. And there were books and, typical yard sale stuff. And I saw people so encouraged when we opened up the leftovers to give them away. And we're going to donate the rest to somebody, but just watching their faces and we were encouraging them. Do you need stuff for your walls? We got lots of pictures and lots of photographs, and it was just so nice, And on the other hand, we were encouraged by each other. There was a lot of thank yous amongst ourselves, and it was genuine. It wasn't just a fake thank you. It was genuinely thank you for helping. And we had it at Art and Diane's house, and they've been doing this at their property. They've been working on it for about 3 weeks now, so they're ready to get their property back. So we're going to clean it up for them on Wednesday and get it out of there. But everybody encouraged each other so much, and so many thank yous. And we sent thank yous out to our little church line, and Linda she encouraged us yesterday because she sent a thank you to everybody that took part. And it's work. It was hot Saturday, really hot. A couple of our guys got sick, including my husband was one of them. A transformer blew, so a lot of people didn't have power, and it was hot. It was in the 90s, which is hot here. And the humidity was a little higher. We've got relatively low humidity here, but when the humidity is up around 40 or 50% for us, that's astronomical. And it was hot, and so some of our men who work and don't know they don't have a filter, so they don't stop. They get dehydrated, and then they get sick. A couple of them almost passed out working so hard. And we just love them, and we just love them. They just they try so hard to help others and at a fault to themselves, you know. I don't know, it touches me. And then on my own side, my husband, who hasn't been well for a long time, takes care of my mom when and allows me to go do this stuff. That's a huge encouragement for me. It's because I worry about her because she's 96 and she's had some bad weeks lately, and Jim's not feeling good. But man, they just two little peas in a pod. They just hang out and do whatever, watch TV, or they each go take naps or something, you know. And I get encouraged in my own home because Jim does what he has to here at home because he feels like that's where the Lord has his heart to take care of Mom, so I can do what I need to do. And that's a huge encouragement for me. And watching everybody raise money for these kids, and Diane had a poster up at the end of the cabana that told our patrons, and I probably shared this last week, you know, about the camp and stuff, and people would just donate whatever, you know, and it was just, we were so encouraged by the outreach of the community, you know, and a new pastor came and prayed with us when he was shopping, and I just can't begin to tell you the encouragement and the encouragers that crossed our path over the last 2 weeks or more, probably closer to 3 weeks. And everyone that worked with us, the girls that came out and worked all day, and the gentleman who came and did all the heavy lifting and work and stuff, and the ones that priced things. I mean, it's a lot of work to run. It was a big sale. We had a lot of stuff. But the people and the community that came together to support us, and our families, our families that come and support, there's a lot of encouragement that went on over the last few weeks. And I'm very grateful, and I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. And yesterday, the pastor and his wife were gone, so I was in charge of the music, and I always have trouble with the computer. It hates me. That computer does not like me. But it worked really well for me once I figured out to just let it warm up and do its thing, and then it was fine. I messed up on the first song because I either advanced it too far or I didn't advance it fast enough. And you know, that threw me off. And then I was uncomfortable and insecure through the whole service. My mind went blank. I had nothing to share, no words to say. I was at a blank for the rest of the service because of that. So I was a little discouraged yesterday because I messed up that first song. But everything else went really well. And, you know, people come up and say, you did okay. Don't worry about it. Don't stress it, you know. And then I went out and kind of helped the church family when they went out to take the leftover garage sale stuff. I went out to help them, and we had fun. It was just a fun time, and watching people take things that they needed was wonderful. But I think what I would like for you to do is look around this week and see who you can encourage. And you know, there's different ways to encourage people. It's a smile. Speaking to someone in the lines at the grocery store. I went into the grocery store on, I think it was yesterday afternoon. Yeah, it was yesterday afternoon. There was a lot of people in the store. I did not see that coming. And we had a line all the way back into the grocery aisles. And our store is small anyway, but you know, you have 4 or 5 people and you're in the aisles. You know, the shopping aisles, and there was a man behind me, and we were just talking, just having a good time and encouraging each other, and just, you know, have a good day and smiling, and that's all it takes is a smile. I like your blouse, that's really pretty, or cute shoes. Women love to say cute shoes. I mean, it's just, or that would look good on you. I mean, it's things that I recognized doing this yard sale, how encouraging people were, and others, helping each other, and just stuff, I mean, just be an encourager. There's so many ways, tablet shut off, to encourage people. And I want to read a couple of scriptures if my tablet didn't shut off and I lose it. This first one is, oh, come on. Whoops, let me back up. Whoops. Okay, the first one I'm going to read is in Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as the day approaches. Another one is, be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord. Psalms 31:24. Psalms 121, 1 and 2. I lift up mine eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And you have the Lord in you. And that's how we are encouraged. My help comes from the Lord, and the Lord is in you. And you encourage me just by knowing somebody listens to this video, praying that they're blessed by that. Recognize the Lord in others. Each of us should please our neighbors for their good, to build them up. Romans 15:2. Be on your guard and stand firm in the faith, and be strong and courageous. 1 Corinthians 16:13. There's one in particular I was looking for. Now I can't find it. Therefore, encourage one another, build them up, just as in fact you are doing now. That's 1 Thessalonians 5:11. May the God who gives endurance and encouragement give you the same attitude and mind toward each other that Christ Jesus had. Romans 15:5. There's a lot of verses on encouragement. If you need it, look them up. Encourage each other. Be an encouragement this week. Be loving this week. Ask the Lord to help you. Maybe there's somebody that's going through a rough time. Maybe you need to send them a little note on the phone. People are text happy savvy this week, this year, this time of year. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is most of us have enough gumption to know how to text a message, because our world today is tech happy. Send a text message. Thinking about you today. You're in my prayers. I love you. I hope you're okay. It doesn't take very much. Thank you for what you did yesterday. Thank you. Or you looked especially nice yesterday. Or whatever you want to say. Find a way to be encouraging and be uplifting to people this week. You can tell because I've been crying through this whole thing. I'm really touched by everyone who worked that sale. Everyone. And some of these these people, we aren't young. I was told this week that I'm the baby. There's only one other lady that's younger than me in our group, and she's with her husband in Portland. And she has been there for a year, taking care of him in the hospital. But I'm the youngest, I guess. So we're all seniors, because I'll be 67 in a couple of weeks, and I'm the baby. I mean, there's one gentleman, and he's 80 something. The others are in their 70s or late 60s. So, we're not young. And, it takes a lot of encouragement, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. And that's all I have for today. I know it might be short, but be encouraging. I'm reading scriptures. That's what I'm looking away for. Try to be encouraging to each other this week. Pray and ask the Lord who you should encourage. I guarantee somebody's going to encourage you back, because that's the way the Lord works. Follow the leading of the Holy Spirit and be an encouragement to others. Get in your word. Look those scriptures up, and study on those and be an encouragement to others. And ask the Lord to put your mind and heart into the frame of mind that He is, and to be like Him more, and to be more encouraging and more loving. And I am so grateful for my church family and my home family. On top of everything else, my children came and visited this weekend with the grandkids. They were only here for overnight, but it was really nice because in turn, I left. I didn't leave early Friday for the sale, but I didn't get there until almost noon on Saturday because I stayed home and cooked breakfast for my family. But there were others that went out and helped at the yard sale, which also encouraged me because I didn't have to be there as early as somebody else was there. And I appreciate them who did that. Anyway, folks, that's what I have today. Be an encourager, ask the Lord, and be thankful to Him. Talk to you soon. Bye.